Hi lads, how's it going? It's just about turning the clock now, so I'm going to give it a couple more minutes to get some more people on. With 19 online now, and I've got about 24 or so signed up, so I'll give it a couple of minutes and then we'll start something. So yeah, so I'll just start explaining how we're going to do this then. So everybody should have the links to the sections. There's going to be 3 sections with 3 rounds, 6 questions each, getting progressively harder. And I'm going to take it from there. There's going to be 3 sections, and after every section I'll pause, turn off, let everybody go get a drink or do whatever they need to do for about 5 minutes. So we'll tally up everything, mark everything, and we'll be sorted. So I'll give it about a minute or so, and then we'll get on to it. I hope everybody's drinking too. There's no prizes this week, George. If it goes well tonight, I might do some prizes for next week. It's a Dunkelweizen, David. Nice German brew. All right, so I'm going to ask every question twice, just so we don't have to go back through every one of the questions. Just make it a bit easier. I'll try to not run through it as quick as I can. And yep, we'll see if we get this through. I'll give it about 30 seconds and then we'll jump into it. Oh, is there how long of a delay, Pete? Thanks for that, Pete. I'll try to slow it down then, just so everybody can answer the questions. I'll do about a minute or 2 pause between every round, just so people can get a chance to catch up if they need to. So we'll do the first 6 questions and then I'll pause for a minute and then do another 6, just so we can catch up. Right, so we're up to about 27, 28 people now, so I'll get it kicked off and get this show on the road. There's about 60 odd questions, so should be keep us entertained for a while at least. So we'll start off with round 1. That's general knowledge. So if you open up your first section, you'll see that there's six spaces, so just fill in as we go along. All right, so first question, what is the top selling book series of all time? All right. Question 2. Other than water, what is the world's most popular drink? All right. Question 3. Which Irish county is nicknamed the Sheep Stealers? Question 4. What does the Beaufort scale measure? Right. Question number 5. Who famously flew too close to the sun? And the last question in this round is, in what year was the last manned mission to the moon? I'm going to repeat all the questions anyway, just so in case anybody missed anything. All right, I'll do the first round over again, just in case anybody missed any of the questions. What is the top-selling book series of all time? Other than water, what is the world's most popular drink? Which Irish county is nicknamed the Sheep Stealers? What does the Beaufort scale measure? Who famously flew too close to the sun? And the last one is, in what year was the last manned mission to the moon? So I'll give everybody a minute or so to catch up on any questions I missed, and then we'll get on to the second round. Question 4 was, what does the Beaufort scale measure? Does anybody need any other questions? Which Irish county is nicknamed the Sheep Stealers? All right, if that's it, we'll go on to round 2. So that's music round. I'm not going to play anything, so YouTube don't take me off. So they're just going to be music trivia questions. First question is, which 2009 hit broke the record for the most weeks at number 1 in the Billboard Hot 100? The second question is, which London road did the Beatles famously cross? Number 3, Sandstorm is a dance hit from 1999, but what nationality is the DJ Darude? Number 4, Michael Jackson's Thriller is the best-selling album of all time, but what's the second best-selling album ever? Number 5, which famous club links Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, and Kurt Cobain? And the last question, who did Rage Against the Machine beat to Christmas number 1 in 2009? So I'm looking for the artist and the song, but I'll give points for either, actually. It's a hard enough question, that one. All right, so I'll go through that again, just in case anybody missed anything. First question is, which 2009 hit broke the record for the number of weeks at number 1 in the Billboard Hot 100? Number 2 is, which London road did the Beatles famously cross? Number 3, Sandstorm was a dance hit from 1999. Which nationality is the DJ Darude? Number 4, Michael Jackson's Thriller is the best-selling album of all time, but what is the second best-selling album ever? Number 5, what famous club links Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, and Kurt Cobain? And number 6, who did Rage Against the Machine beat to Christmas #1 in 2009? I'm looking for the song and the artist, or if you can give me one or the other, that's all right. So I'll give everybody a minute or so to have a look at them. If you need any questions, give me a shout. All right, get on to the third round then. This is everybody's favorite topic, alcohol and beers. The first question this round is, which country is the world's oldest continuously brewing up? Sorry, which country is the world's oldest continuously operating brewery? Uh, Second question, which American beer dubbed itself the King of Beers? Question number 3, whiskey translated into Irish is Escabaha, but what does it literally translate to into English as? Number 4, what are the ingredients in the White Russian cocktail? Number 5, how long was St James's Gate leased to Arthur Guinness for in 1759? And number 6, which alcoholic event happened in Russia in 2011? All right, I'll run through them again if anybody missed anything. The first question is, which country is the world's oldest continuously operating brewery? Number 2, which American beer dubbed itself as the King of Beers? All right, 4 beer countdown. All right, question number 3, whiskey translated into Irish is Escabaha. What does it literally translate into English as? Question number 4, what are the ingredients in the White Russian cocktail? Question number 5, how long was St James's Gate leased to Arthur Guinness for in 1759? And number 6, which alcoholic event happened in Russia in 2011? All right, so before section 1's finished, does anybody want me to repeat any questions before we submit them and get them in? Question 1 from this round, David? Number one from which round, David? One, two, or three? Um, from this round, it's which country is the world's oldest continuously operating brewery? Okay, so I'll go through all the questions in the first three rounds again, just in case anybody hasn't picked anything up. So in round one, general knowledge. What is the top selling book series of all time? Number two, other than water, what is the world's most popular drink? Number three, which Irish county is nicknamed the Sheep Stealers? No, you can't. Once they're in, they're in. That's why I'm going over them all again. Yeah, so once all they're submitted, and I've tallied it up, I'll go through all the questions or all the answers rather. All right. So rather than going through it again, is there any questions that people need? All right. So I'll give everybody until 20 past to submit the answers. Yeah, we have a break until about 25 past, George. Yeah, that's right, Kirsty. Once the section's done, that's it. I didn't explain that right before we started. So 22 responses in right now. Yeah, I'm not singing. Okay, I'm going to tally up these questions and I'll be back probably about half. Might take me about 10 minutes or so. So have a drink. I'll be back soon. Oh yeah, go have a drink. Way back. Well, that took a little bit longer than I was expecting. Apparently, counting 25 quiz questions isn't the easiest, or 25 quizzes isn't the easiest. Right. So, results from section 1. We currently have 2 people with double digits. That is Wu-Tang for Life and the Empire. You know who you are. We have a good few people on 9, a lot of people on 8, a lot of people on 7. Good thing everybody got at least one question right. So I'll go through the answers just so you know for the next quiz you do. So the top selling book series of all time. Most people got this. It's the Harry Potter series. I think most people here actually own a copy of it. So yeah. Number 2, other than water, what is the world's most popular drink? I'm not going through 25 different scores now, but be a bit more clear in the after section 2 what we got. So the answer to question 2, other than water, what is the world's most popular drink? It is tea. Sure, half of China drinks tea. Number 3, which Irish county is nicknamed the Sheep Stealers? That would be Roscommon. That one's for Pete. Number 4, what does the Beaufort scale measure? Wind strength, rather. A lot of people mention wind speed, but it's not wind speed, it's kilometers per hour. So that I didn't want to say it wrong. Number 5, who famously flew too close to the sun? That was Icarus. Number 6, in what year was the last manned mission to the moon? It was 1972. And just to explain the idea of this is the first 2 questions are relatively easy. The middle 2 are progressively more difficult, and then the last 2 are quite hard. So not every round, but that's the general idea. The second round was music. So which 2019 hit broke the record for the most number of weeks on the Billboard Hot 100? That was Lil Nas X with Old Town Road. Sure, everybody's heard that now. Number 2, I think everybody got this right. Which London road did the Beatles famously cross? And that was the Abbey Road. Sandstorm was a dance hit from '99, and Darude is Finnish. Most people were in around Scandinavia, but Finnish was the nationality you were looking for. The second best-selling album after Michael Jackson's Thriller was AC/DC's Back in Black. The club, which links Brian Jones, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, and Kurt Cobain, is the 27 Club. All of them died at 27, so their own and different means. Number 6, who did Rage Against the Machine beat to Christmas #1 2009? A lot of people put down that guy from X Factors. I wasn't given points for that because everybody knows they beat the shit out of X Factor that year. So it was Joe McElderry with The Climb, which is the most nondescript crap song I've ever heard. So round 3, every Irish specialty, alcohol and beers. The country with the world's... No, I said 2019, Phil. Which country is the world's oldest continuing brewery? That is Germany, in Bavaria. It's actually what I'm drinking. The American beer, which dubs itself the king of beers, in the truly American way, it is Budweiser. Whiskey, translated into English, means the water of life. The ingredients for a White Russian is vodka, Kahlua, and milk or cream. A lot of people seem to think rum was in it. So just so you know, I'm not even listening to you now. The St James's Gate was leased by Arthur Guinness for 9,000 years at about 50 something pounds, if I remember rightly. And the alcoholic event that happened in Russia in 2011 was that beer was legally classified as an alcohol. So up until that point, anything under 10% was considered a soft drink. So you had to have over 10% for it to be sold to over 18s. If you said win, you get the point. Yeah. All right. So on to section 2. So if everybody wants to open up their section 2, we'll get on to that. All right. This is a bit more. Section 2 is going to be a roundabout sports, one about television and movies, and then one about history. I agree with Tommy. All right, so is everybody ready for round 2, or for section 2 rather? I might have said 2009, but the answer is wrong anyway, so you're all wrong. Nobody got it right anyway, so it's fine. All right, section 2, sports. Question number 1. What is unique about the 2001 Ryder Cup? Question number 2. What is the name of the Rugby Union World Cup trophy? Question number 3. In which US city was WrestleMania won? Question number 4. Which nation has made it to the last 4 of the Football World Cup the most number of times? So that's semi-finals or onwards. Number 5. What is the official national sport of Turkey? And number 6. Which NFL team did the legendary quarterback Brett Favre start his career with? All right, so I'll run through them again. The first question is, what is unique about the 2001 Ryder Cup? Number 2, what is the name of the Rugby Union World Cup trophy? Number 3, which US city was WrestleMania 1 held in? Question number 4, which nation has made it to the last 4 of the Football World Cup the most times? Question number 5, what is the official national sport of Turkey? And question number 6, which NFL team did quarterback Brett Favre start his career with? Does anybody need any questions from that round? I checked it. Yeah, that's right. I'll go as fast as I need to.
Go slower.
Okay, I'll go slower. Adam should know all of them answers, except for maybe one. All right, then on to the next round. I assume everybody's got their answers in for sports then. So number 5 is television and movies. Okay, first question. Who won the first British Celebrity Big Brother? Okay, so I'll repeat all of the questions when I get to the very end, so don't submit until you've either heard the question you need again or have went through them all again. It's up to yourselves. Number 2, what was the coffee shop in Friends called? I will be picky about spelling of this. Number 3, what is the name of Joe Exotic's zoo from the Tiger King series? Number 4, Spaceballs starred and directed, or sorry, Spaceballs both starred and was directed by which actor? Question number 5, which movie was originally due to be named Pacific Air Flight 121? That's Pacific Air Flight 121. Spaceballs question is right. His name is Brett Favre. And question number 6, which of these Game of Thrones characters was not recast during the making of the show? Beric Dondarrion, Dario Naharis, or Renly Baratheon? Yes, Phil, that's right. Should be able to go back after each round. Is there not a back button? There's a back button after each round. You just can't go after the section submitted. All right, on to round 6. Which year did the Titanic sink? I'm going to go back through them all again after, so don't submit anything. You can pick up whatever questions you need to pick up. Oh yeah, and Lynn's right. If you're looking on your phone and you go out and use another app and come back in, it will probably delete all of your answers because you haven't submitted anything yet. All right, question 1 of round 6. What year did the type? Oh yeah, I've just reminded I didn't actually repeat round 5, so I'll do that again. The first question of round 5 is who won the first British Celebrity Big Brother? Question number 2. What was the coffee shop in Friends called? Question number 3. What is the name of Joe Exotic's zoo? Question number 4. Spaceballs both starred and was directed by which actor? Question number 5. Which movie was originally due to be named Pacific Air Flight 121? Question number 6. Which of these Game of Thrones characters was not recast during the making of the show? Beric Dondarrion, Dario Naharis, or Renly Baratheon? I would have got no grief there, so I must have went slow enough for everybody. And that's not an invite. All right. Round number 6 is the history round. This is the last round of section 2 as well. So don't go submitting without asking if you need any other questions or anything at the end of this round. All right, question number 1, the history round. What year did the Titanic sink? Yeah, I'll answer it after this end of the section, Phil. Question number 2. Which 2 Japanese cities had nuclear bombs detonated within them in August 1945? That's 1945. In case anybody gets confused. Phil, that's for you. 1945. Spelling counts, yeah. No, it doesn't. You spell however you want, as long as you roughly get what you're after. No, you don't have to spell the Japanese cities correctly. If I can make a guess at what you're spelling, if you spell Tokyo, you're probably wrong. You might be right. Who knows? No, 1 point. 1 point for both. Probably should change that to 2 points for both. Nah, 1 point for both. Mac whiz. All right, question number 3. Which event is widely regarded as the event that started World War One? No chance, babe. All right, question number 4. How many tombs have been discovered to date in Egypt's Valley of Kings? No. Question number 5. Which piece of groundbreaking technology was released on this day in 2010? So that's April 3rd, 2010. Which piece of technology was released? All right, question number 6. Which German war criminal was for 21 years the only inmate of the Spandau complex? All right, so I'll just run through round 6 again. In what year did the Titanic sink? Question number 2. Which Japanese cities had nuclear bombs detonated within them on August 1945? If anybody didn't get that, it's 1945. Question number 3. Which event is widely regarded as the event that started World War One? Question number 4. How many tombs have been discovered to date in Egypt's Valley of Kings? Question number 5. Which piece of groundbreaking technology was released on this day in 2010? That was question number 5. Question number 6. Which German war criminal was for 21 years the only inmate of the Spandau complex? Nah, exact number. I'll give it to you if you're 5 out, either way. All right, so is there any questions that people need repeating in section 2? So that's in rounds 4, 5, or 6. I know if you're on the phone or if you're on the TV or anything, you can't actually ask questions. So I'll run through them quick enough in a minute. All right, so there's no specific questions, so I'll just run through them quickly here. Round 4, sports. What is unique about the 2001 Ryder Cup? Yeah, I'll do all the teams this time. What is the name of the Rugby Union World Cup trophy? Number 3. In which US city was WrestleMania 1? Number 4. Which nation has made it to the last four of the Football World Cup the most times? Number 5. What is the official national sport of Turkey? Number 6. What NFL team did the legendary quarterback Brett Favre start his career with? Yeah, change of info. Round 5. Who won the first Who won the first British celebrity Big Brother? What was the name of the coffee shop in Friends? What is the name of Joe Exotic's zoo? Spaceballs both starred and was directed by which actor? Which movie was originally due to be named Pacific Air Flight 121? And which of these Game of Thrones characters was not recast during the making of the show? Beric Dondarrion, Dario Naharis, or Renly Baratheon? And round 6 is history. What year did the Titanic sink? Which two Japanese cities had nuclear bombs detonated within them in August 1945? Which is regarded as the event that started World War I? How many tombs have been discovered in Egypt's Valley of Kings to date? Which piece of groundbreaking technology was released on this day in 2010? And the last one, which German war criminal was for 21 years the only inmate of the Spandau complex? I just repeated all of them, Oz. Is there any particular one you need me to repeat? And if anybody needs any more before this submit, let me know and I'll shout them out again. Got 21 responses already for section 2. All right, I'll get totting up. It should be quicker this time now that I've got a rhythm of it. And I'll see you all in about 5 minutes. It's break time. Go have a drink. Go have a smoke. Go have a joint if you want one, Stuart. Go do whatever you want. See you in 5 minutes. All right. Uh, Turns out that that's actually really long to tot up, 26 odd questions. So what I'm going to do, don't worry, there's a lot of noble feelings and Richard Waddies in this question. All right, let's get into some questions and then some, or sorry, we'll get into some answers and then I'll tell everybody how they're doing. So round 4 was the sports round. So the first question was, what was unique about the 2001 Ryder Cup? It was actually played 2002. Was due to take place a week after 9/11, so they postponed it to the year later. The Webb Ellis Cup is the name of the Rugby Union World Cup trophy. New York City was where WrestleMania 1 took place. And the nation that made it to the last 4 of the Football World Cup the most times was Germany. The official national sport of Turkey is oil wrestling. A lot of people had wrestling, but I just stuck with oil wrestling was the answer for that. And the NFL team that Brett Favre started his career with was the Atlanta Falcons, the dirty, dirty birds that are the Atlanta Falcons. Round 5 was TV and movies, and the winner of the first Celebrity Big Brother in the UK was Jack D. The coffee shop in Friends was Central Perk. Joe Exotic's zoo in Tiger King is the Greater Wynwood Exotic Animal Park, not as some people put it. Asking Beatings, my big cool zoo for tigers and other cats, and me Exotic's House of Fun and tigers. Spaceballs both starred and was directed by Mel Brooks. He played Yoda in the movie film. The movie, which was originally due to be named Pacific Air Flight 121, was Snakes on a Plane. And Renly Baratheon was the character which was not recast during Game of Thrones. On to round 6 for history. The Titanic sank in 1912. The 2 Japanese cities which were bombed in August 1945 was Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the event that started World War One. There has been 60 tombs in the Valley of Kings. The piece of technology that was released today in 2010 was the iPad. And the war criminal, which was in the Spandau complex for 21 years by himself, was Rudolf Hess. And I'll do a quick roundup of the scores before we get into the last round, or the last section even. I'll just really shout it out by team name because I don't recognize some people's email addresses. Oh shit, I forgot to order this. This isn't in any particular order then. The current leader is Carl fucking Baskin on 21 points. Oh, sorry, it's not. It's the Nordic Warriors on 24 points, and Carl fucking Baskin is on 21. So there's a 3. And I agree with Phil. I'm actually giving Phil a bonus point for saying that Tim Tebow should be in jail. All right, so the current scores after the round section 2. The Mandem is on 15. The Quarantine Queens is on 14. Lenny from Lurgan is on 13. Jeff Linton's Pencil Cases is on 13 as well. Quentin Quarantino is on 17. Just Phelan is on 14. Wu Tang for Life, 20. Lovely Socks, 15. Where was it? Sorry. Hazel T is on 16. Cab Lynn Fever is on 3, but she wanted me to point out that her scores weren't counted in the first round, so we're going to assume she's on 3. The Essentials are on 7. 2 PhDs between you, you can only get 7. The Tickly Tits is on 14. We Too is also on 14. The New Gothic Rangers is on 9. I've Got Cabin Fever is on 11. Team 90 is on 9. The Empire is on 20. Death to Landlords is on 14. Aoife and Michael are on 14. Norfolk and Chance is on 12. Help, ER in London is on, I assume that's We Are in London, are on 11. Bella Fantastico is on 14. And Team A is on 19. So it's close enough. Getting there. So we have 3 more rounds to go. And yeah, here we go. So the last 3 rounds, you should have your section 3 form pulled up and ready to go. And I will give everybody a second to do that while I have a drink. Don't know about you lot, but I'm having. All right. Round 7 is science. So let's see if the PhD comes in useful for you. And Ryan. Which element is signified as Fe on the periodic table of elements? Question number 2. What is the largest internal organ in the human body? Question number 3. What was the Higgs boson particle nicknamed by the media after its discovery in the Large Hadron Collider? Question number 4. What is the collective noun for a group of grasshoppers? Question number 5. In which modern-day country was the physicist and chemist Marie Curie born? And question number 6. What is the offspring of a donkey and a horse called? All right, I'll run through them again real quick. Question number 1. Which element is signified with Fe on the periodic table of elements? Number 2. What is the largest internal organ in the human body? Number 3. What was the Higgs boson particle nicknamed by the media after its discovery in the Large Hadron Collider? Number 4. What is the collective noun for a group of grasshoppers? What element is Fe, Phil? Fe. Number 5. In which modern day country was the physicist and chemist Marie Curie born? And the last question is, what is the offspring of a donkey and a horse called? All right, round 8, geography. It's country, Phil. All right, round 8, geography. Uh, both, Liam. Just the offspring between the two, so it doesn't matter which is male and which is female. Okay, the first question of the geography round. What is the capital city of Switzerland? Then I don't know the answer, Liam. Go with your go what your gut says. Question number 2 of geography. What river forms part of the border between Mexico and the US? They're all fun rounds. Question number 3. What is the longest river in Asia? And the same with the nuclear bomb question. I'll take rough spellings. So, what is the longest river in Asia? Okay, question number 4. What is the official language of Angola? The African country Angola. Question number 5. What is the recently renamed African country Eswatini formerly known as? What is the recently renamed African country Eswatini formerly known as? And the last question of round 8 is, what is inscribed on the bottom of the Statue of Liberty? And if anybody doesn't know what the Statue of Liberty is, it's that big yoke in New York City with your woman. All right, so we'll go through round 8 again. So, first question is, what is the capital city of Switzerland? Second question is, what river forms the border between Mexico and the US? Not all the border, part of it. Question number 3 is what is the longest river in Asia? Question number 4. What is the official language of Angola? Question number 5. What is the recently renamed African country Eswatini formerly known as? And the last question is what is inscribed onto the bottom of the Statue of Liberty? And did you miss any questions, Pete? You need repeated. Question 6 is what is inscribed on the bottom of the Statue of Liberty? No worries, Pete. Yeah, I'm going to go through them all again. All right, so the last round. So round 9 is general knowledge. This first one's your multiple choice, and it's how many stations are in the London Underground? 270, 280, or 290? And you get an extra point if you can name them all. Yes, to the very end. Okay, question number 2. What is Victoria Beckham's maiden name? Yeah, only 1 point, man. Question number 3. What does the HW in George H.W. Bush stand for? Question number 4. What is the singular word for scampi? As in the food scampi. What's the singular for it? What is the singular for scampi? Okay, question number 5. Name any 3 of the 5 members of the Rat Pack. Scampi like the fish, yeah, Michelle. All right, question 6. This is the very last one. It is which Mexican artist produced the works entitled The Broken Column and Diego and I? I'll go through the whole round again in a second, Oz. Right, so round 9, general knowledge. I'll just run through them again. The first question is, how many stations are in the London Underground? 270, 280, or 290? Question number 2 is, what is Victoria Beckham's maiden name? Question number 3, what does the HW in George H.W. Bush stand for? Question number 4, what is the singular word for the phrase scampi in the popular public house snack scampi? Question number 5, name any of the 3 members of the Rat Pack. Question number 6, which Mexican artist produced the works entitled The Broken Column and Diego and I? There's a few Yanks and foreigners in here, Pete, or Phil, so they don't know what scampi is. The name that's it. Sorry, name 3 of the 5 members of Rat Pack. Yeah, 3 out of any 3 of the 5. All right, I'll run through section 3 real quick, just to catch any questions that anybody's missed. So, round 7 is science. Which element is signified with Fe on the periodic table? Any 3 you want, Phil. What is the largest internal organ in the human body? What was the Higgs boson particle nicknamed by the media after its discovery in the Large Hadron Collider? What is the collective noun for a group of grasshoppers? In which modern-day country was the physicist Marie Curie born? And the last one in that round was, what is the offspring of a donkey and a horse called? I'll say I actually don't know the difference, Liam, so just donkey and horse. Round 8 in geography. What is the capital city of Switzerland? Which river forms part of the border between Mexico and the US? What is the longest river in Asia? What is the official language of Angola? What is the recently renamed African country Eswatini formerly known as? And the last one is, what is inscribed onto the bottom of the Statue of Liberty? Yeah, I'm going to announce all the answers or all the results after I've totted up this section. Round 9, general knowledge. How many stations are in the London Underground? 270, 280, or 290? What is Victoria Beckham's maiden name? What does the HW in George H.W. Bush stand for? What is the singular word for the phrase scampi? Which modern day country was Marie Curie born in? Number 5 of general knowledge. Name any 3 of the 5 members of Rat Pack. Phil said 3 anyone knows, and if you want, you can name the 2 that got screwed. And the last question is, which Mexican artist produced the work entitled The Broken Column and Diego and I. So I'll sit here for a minute, and if anybody wants to ask for any of the questions, they can, or if you want to, you can just submit away there. Right, we've about 20 Section 3 ones. You only get points for scamp on if it's the right answer. Yeah, like Tampa. All right, I've got 24 submissions, so I assume I don't need to repeat any questions for anybody. So I'm going to tot up the scores, and I'll give you the answers to the last section, and then I'll give you the results, and we'll see who wins. Scampoo's not the right answer. Well, maybe the right answer. Who knows? See you in a minute. Right, folks. And we're back with the big reveal on who wins. And Phil, Google Forms does tally it up, but it doesn't take into consideration typos or case settings or anything, so I actually had to go through it myself. This makes it a bit difficult. All right, I'll go through the answers first, and then I'll tell you all who wins. Highlight it. I'm going to highlight the three here just so I know. And there's no need for a tiebreaker tonight. We've got a clear winner. Actually, we've got a clear 1, 2, and 3, I think. Yep, we do. All right, section 3 answers. Round 7 was science. It was which element is signified with Fe on the periodic table, and that is iron.
I should have changed mine. Damn it.
The largest internal organ on the human body is the liver. It's by mass rather than length or anything like that. The Higgs boson was nicknamed the God particle. The collective noun for a group of grasshoppers is a cloud. Marie Curie was born in modern-day Poland. It wasn't Poland when she was born. It was somewhere in the Russian bloc. And the offspring of a donkey and a horse is a mule or a hinny. I didn't know there was a difference between the two. So if you answered either, you get a point. Round 8 was geography. The capital of Switzerland is Bern. Question 2. The river that forms the border between Mexico and the US is the Rio Grande. Not the river Styx, no. The longest river in Asia is the Yangtze River in China. It's famously dammed by the Yangtze Dam and killed a lot of animals and extinct a couple. The official language of Angola is Portuguese. Eswatini is formerly known as Swaziland.
Tommy, Amy's going to kill you for that one.
Voted.
She's freaked. She told him, she said it. She knew that one, and he said no. And she's still not over.
That's it. It's literally translates to the Kingdom of Swaziland is in Swazi. On the bottom of the Statue of Liberty is enshrined the 4th of July, 1776 in Roman numerals. Say she is, Tommy.
She is.
There is 270 stations on the London Underground, and nobody got the extra point for naming them all.
Tommy, come on.
Victoria Beckham's maiden name was Adams, not Spice, as a lot of people put it.
I'll be over here.
HW in George H.W. Bush stands for Herbert Walker. A few people had it as Herbert Walter, but it's Walker. The singular word for scampi is scampo. Yeah, you got a point for answering it right, Phil. So yeah. The 5 members of the Rat Pack was Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Pete Lawford, or Joey Bishop. So if you got any of them right, you get a point. And the last question, the Mexican artist which produced The Broken Column and Diego and I was Frida Kahlo. I'm getting half a point for getting anything wrong. All right, so we've got all the answers. So I'm going to go through each team and what they scored, and I'll leave out the top 3, and I'll reveal them at the very end.
Okay, I'll listen to
You want to get in on this one?
Yeah.
So yeah, you get an extra point for Rey Mysterio, Phil, if it doesn't put you in the top 3. No, it doesn't. So you can have an extra point. You didn't do that shit.
Except for.
Sorry, you missed 3 rounds. So it's all right. All right.
2, really.
The man down got 27. The Quarantine Queens got 23. Lenny from Lurgan got 24. Jeff Linton's Pencil Case on 26. Quentin Quarantino on 31. And they get the prize for the best quiz name of the night. So next time, everyone needs to up their game for quiz names or team names. Just Feeling with 23. Lovely Socks, 25. Hazel T got 26. Cablin Fever got 9, and I'm not going to tell anybody who that was.
But I put flirty messages.
That's proof that I didn't show you the answers either.
Huh?
It's proof that you didn't see the answers beforehand.
Yeah.
The two Essentials got 12. The Tickly Tits got 25. We Too got 30. The New Gothic Rangers with 12. I Got Cabin Fever got 11. Team 90 with 13. The Empire got 34. Death to Landlords 27. Ethan Michael 31.
Nice.
Norfolk and Chance 22. Ape We're in London 23. Good luck in London. Bella Fantastico 25. Team A got 35.
How are you reading this? The rating's tiny.
I used it. All right, top 3. Carl fucking Baskin with 38. Wu-Tang for Life 39. And tonight's winner with 40 points is Nordic Warriors, 4 Beer Furphy.
And Becca.
Well done. And Becca and 4 Beers family and whoever.
Well, we don't know who's there.
Don't know who else is there.
Yeah.
But
woo! Well done.
Well done, 4 Beer. And your prize in the post. And happy 30th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, so and just to clear up the one about the song, the 2009 one is what's that song? Boom Boom Pow. So if you're up Boom Boom Pow, you get the answer, but I don't think it makes any change to the standings in the end. So I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and if you want to do it again next weekend, let me know.
Missy.
See you all later, and yeah, hope you're all enjoying quarantine. So I'm going to end this, and good luck. See you all later. Bye.
Bye-bye.